Breaking news, there's so much stuff going on, but the 49ers, in my opinion, made a good decision. The San Francisco 49ers put Drew Moss onto the active roster. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. After years and years and years of trying to say these offensive linemen should make the roster, and the 49ers saying, no, Brad, no, we are not going to do that. We're going to release them, hope they come to the practice squad, but no, they get claimed and they go elsewhere. The 49ers finally keep one. Drew Moss is sticking around. The 49ers' final 53-man roster, the undrafted free agent guard out of Colorado State. Wow. Honestly, I didn't have high hopes. I really didn't. I made it abundantly clear. If you follow me on this app, or you follow me on X, you follow me on anywhere, I made it abundantly clear. We did film breakdowns. We did all of it to point to Drew Moss being a real player. And this all started at training camp. When I was watching training camp, I remember he had multiple reps where he was going up against guys like CJ West and Alfred Collins and was doing very, very well. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. This is very notable for a UDFA to be making these types of plays in team periods and one-on-ones. And it just kept translating. It translated into the preseason games, and he just kept performing. And I really do think that the 49ers were hoping to be able to sneak him on to the practice squad, and they weren't really bumping him up. But I think it's apparent. The tape doesn't lie. The tape was there. You could see it. We did a film breakdown on Drew Moss. I talked about it. Like, this guy should be making the roster. And I'm excited. I really am. You know, I was preparing for the worst. I was preparing for the 49ers to release Drew Moss. But they didn't. But they've also made a couple other surprising moves. We already talked about that they released Sebastian Valdez. The 49ers also released wide receiver Russell Gage, which I was kind of expecting Russell Gage to make the roster. So I wasn't anticipating that. Another one I wasn't anticipating was the 49ers have released linebacker Curtis Robinson, and I wasn't expecting that either. So crazy time. The 49ers also released linebacker Chaz Surratt. They also waived linebacker Jalen Graham. They also released defensive end William Bradley King. But again, you know, the Russell Gage, Curtis Robinson ones, those are guys that I had making the final roster. I wanted Drew Moss to make it. You guys know I've been talking about Drew Moss. You guys know I have been advocating for this guy to be on the roster. I made it as abundantly clear as possible that do not do what we have done in the past and release this guy, because he is not going to make it back to the active roster. This feels like a win for me. I'm happy about it. Now the questions that we're going to have to find out. Does that mean Nick Zakelj made it? Did Austin Pleasance make it? I do believe Connor Colby will absolutely make it. Matt Hennessy, who were the offensive linemen on the outs? Or did the 49ers keep Spencer Burford, Austin Pleasance, Nick Zakelj, Matt Hennessy, Drew Moss? And maybe they had to because of the potential injuries to Ben Barch and Dominic Pooney. I'm not really sure. But as it stands right now, this is phenomenal news for the San Francisco 49ers. Good job to them. Credit where credit is due. They kept my guy. I was waiting for this one. I'm super happy about it. I think the 49ers made the right move. I think Drew Moss is a future potential starter with everything that he's shown just as a UDFA. And I don't necessarily think, right away, but I think with more marination, more seasoning, a little bit of just let him simmer a little bit, keep building, keep developing. Drew Moss, to me, I thought he was better than Connor Colby this offseason. I thought he was better than Nick Zakel this offseason. I thought he was probably even a little bit better than Matt Hennessy as well. I thought Drew Moss was arguably one of the best offensive linemen throughout the offseason, regarding training camp and when you turn on the film with preseason. So I'm very happy about this. I'm ecstatic. You can tell I don't get these wins very often. You guys know I tend to champion the fringe guys, the guys who have an uphill battle. But, you know, I resonate. I like those guys. I root for those guys because you never know what they can turn into. You never know what they can be. And when you give someone a shot, you give someone a chance, it could turn into be a huge, huge blessing for everyone involved. So, not saying Drew Moss is the next All-Pro, but I am saying I see Drew Moss as a future potential starter at either guard or center. And I do think the San Francisco 49ers made a very, very wise move in order to keep him, because there was too much good tape. There was no way you were going to bury him. Someone was going to claim him, and it was definitely going to happen. So, whoo! Let's go. If you're as hyped as me, drop a W in the chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm hyped off this one, baby. Let's go. Drew Moss is sticking around, but there's still plenty of moves to discuss. Oh, also, buried the lead. Jake Tonjes also confirmed to be making the final 53-man roster. So, boy, oh boy. Let me know what you guys think about this one, because I'm so hyped. I'm so ecstatic. I really am. I think Drew Moss might play this year for the San Francisco 49ers. And again, credit to Connor Colby. I think he's outperformed his 7th round status. I still think he's a work in progress. I think that Connor Colby, like I mentioned, has been a little bit better than him, but to Connor Colby's credit, Drew Moss hasn't got the run with the first team. And again, as I mentioned, I do think that was by design. I do think that was them trying to, you know, this might be a cut candidate. This probably isn't a guy that we want to start bumping up, you know, the depth chart. This is a guy that we want to stick around in case we have to release him because of being a UDFA. So, again, sucks that the 49ers lost out on Valdez, at least in regards to making the final 53. He can still pop back on the practice squad, but ecstatic that Drew Moss is here to stay. Let me know what you guys think about these moves, all of it in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.